Okay, so hey there guys. So today's video is going to be my July favorites. I cannot believe July is over and the summer is almost over. Can you believe it? It's nuts. Like, when I only have 1 month left before I go back to school. If I can't speak today, I'm sorry. My mom's supposed to be stepping out in a few minutes so I can film. I actually was not planning on filming my favorites video today. Sorry, you can't see my BB dress. I am going to see my boyfriend in a little while. He hasn't answered me back in like an hour, but I did tell him I was just going to come over whenever. So I'll probably leave shortly in like right after I film this video because I really don't have too many favorites this time. I don't have any eyeshadow palette favorites because I didn't really try any new eyeshadow palettes this month. I only have single eyeshadows to talk about. Of course, I have a bunch of highlighters to talk about. So I think since it's still the summertime, I think I'm still going to start off with the glow. So we're going to start with highlighters. But before I jump into highlighters, I just wanted to talk about one bronzer really quickly. So the first bronzer I wanted to mention is the Milani Baked Bronzer in the shade Dolce. And you guys saw me pick this up in my last haul video. I have been insanely obsessed with this ever since I got it. It's pretty much the only bronzer I've been wearing besides the Anastasia Rosewood highlighter bronzer. That's the only bronzer that I use when I want just a little bit more color. But this is basically the only bronzer I've been using on an everyday basis. I just love this on the skin. I think mostly because it looks so pretty, like in the pan, but also because it smells so good. It just makes you want to use it like all over your face. Like this has such a like subtle like baby powder, like vanilla, I guess kind of vanilla-y kind of scent. It smells so good that I just want it all over my face. It's very similar to the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer formula because it gives you that light bronze on your skin, but it's just so subtle and it just like bronzes up your skin in the like most light, beautiful kind of way. It just adds like a luminosity to your skin. It's just glowy and gorgeous. So this is all I've been wearing basically every day. I'm wearing it today. I can't get enough of this. I wear this with a light foundation or a full coverage foundation. I'm actually wearing a full coverage foundation today, but I still wanted to wear a light coverage bronzer as the brush is falling out of it. But I am obsessed with this. I love it so much. I feel like I'm going to use this like for the rest of the summer. I put my Too Faced Sweethearts bronzer back in my room. And I haven't even really touched my Physicians Formula bronzer that much, maybe once or twice. But this is all I've been using. And it's just so gorgeous on the skin. I love it. So I can't rave about this enough. You have to try it. It's amazing. I have been falling in love with a lot of Milani products lately. They just make such great products. I have two other Milani products to talk about in this video. They just make good stuff. So actually three. So now let's jump into the glow. I have to mention two palettes first. These have been like, I've been obsessed with both of these. So the first one I wanted to talk about is, of course, the Flower Beauty Shimmer and Strobe Highlighting Palette. So this is what it looks like. So as you guys know from my haul video and my chit chat get ready with me, I did pick up a few Flower Beauty products recently. I don't think I shared either of these or any of the products in my last favorites video, so I'm going to talk about them now. And I have been dying to talk about this specific product because these highlighters are some of the best highlighters I've ever used. They are just like super intense on the skin. You don't even have to spray these and they already look phenomenal. I'm not wearing them today. I'm wearing, I think I wore this in my last favorites video. I don't remember. Don't quote me on that. But I have been wearing these a ton, and I've just been mixing them all, like maybe with like other highlighters. Like I'll wear it with like the Maybelline Molten Rose Gold. I wore it with like the Anastasia, like a couple Anastasia highlighters, I'm pretty sure. Just like any kind of like pinky tone kind of highlighter, I'll be mixing these with that. Or I'll just mix these shades by themselves. Like I'll mix this one and this one, or this one and this one when I want something more pinky. If I want something more gold, I'll go for these two. and they're just so intense on the skin. It's insane. I used this in my Chit Chat Get Ready With Me, and I was floored by how amazing they applied. In like a couple of swipes, they were just gorgeous. So I'm just going to swatch them for you because they are so beautiful. You have no idea. Like, they perform like they're wet, but they're not. Like, they just feel so creamy. So those are the 3 shades. So that's like that champagne shade, that's the pink, and that's the gold, and they are amazing on the skin. I've been loving these, like obsessed. They're so good, you guys. I'm just going to use a receipt. I really just don't care. I don't have any tissues right now. I don't know where any of my tissues are. So that is the first palette. And then the second palette I wanted to talk about is the Milani Stellar Lights Highlighter Palette in the shade Rose Gold. This also, Rose Glow, sorry. This is also insanely gorgeous. I've used this a few times, and these are very glittery when you swatch them, but when you put them on your face, I've basically just been swirling all 3 of them together. That's the only way I've been wearing them, is just swirling these 3 together and popping them on. Or I'll add this to another highlighter that I'm about to talk about that I'm kind of on the fence about, but I still like it. But I've just been mixing all 3 of these together and putting it on my face, and it just gives you this gorgeous glow. Like, these are more glittery than the Flower Beauty ones. Like, the Flower Beauty one just gives you this beautiful intensity to your face, and it's kind of sheeny, but it's also intense. But this one is intense and a little bit more glittery, but it's just also super gorgeous on the face. So those are the 3 shades. That's like the white shade, that's the gold, and that's the like rose gold color. And oh my god, they're so pretty. Look at these. Oh, I just want them all over my body. Look at that. Look how intense those are. So I'm telling you guys, both of these palettes are gorgeous. I got both of these palettes just because of Captain Lights. She raved about both of them, and honestly, both of them are freaking bomb. So I love this one too. I ordered this one off of Ulta.com, and the flower one I picked up at Ulta because they never get anything at my CVS. I always have to order everything. Let me grab a tissue really quick. This is driving me nuts. Okay, sorry, that was just driving me crazy. So moving on to more highlighters. I mean, what do I talk about besides highlighters? So the next highlighter I wanted to talk about is the Pixi by Petra Glowy Gossamer Duo in the shade Delicate Dew. And this is what the outer packaging looks like. This is the inner packaging. So everyone has been obsessing over these Pixi duos lately. So after I saw Tara Babes swatch this in her haul video like 2 weeks ago or something, she posts a haul like every week. I don't know how she tests out so many products, but it is crazy how much makeup she owns. Like, it's nuts. I would go insane if I had as much makeup as her. But she was raving about these, but I also knew about these because of Young, Wild, and Polished, like way before Tara Babes picked them up. And I think it's Tara Babies, not Tara Babes. And she loves these. She raves about these on her Snapchat, Young, Wild, and Polished. So I wanted to pick it up. As you guys can see, I've used it a lot, but I have to use so much product to get any payoff out of this. I feel like the first couple times I used it, I just was not impressed with it. I don't know if it's just the brush that I'm using, but I've been using these for a while, and the last like 2 times that I've used it, I've really liked it on my skin, but I feel like every time I wear this, I have to like add a little bit more intensity, so I'll grab this palette and just add just a little bit. But I'm such a highlighter crazy person. Like, I need to glow from outer space in the summertime. I just love highlighters so much. Highlighter is just my favorite thing besides eyeshadow. And I just feel like I don't really get that with this. They do swatch beautifully, but I feel like they're not as good as everyone said that they were. I mean, they're gorgeous swatched, but I just feel like they're not intense enough for me. I mean, look at that. They are beautiful. Those are the 2 colors that come in the duo. And they are pretty, but I'm not like over the moon about them on my skin. They swatch beautifully, but I'm not sure about them on my skin. I'm going to keep on testing it out, but this is pricey, you guys. Pixi by Petra is not cheap, and they're only sold at Target, and this is $16. The Flower Beauty one was $15, and I know Flower Beauty is in that cheap, but I was happy that I picked that up. I forgot to grab the Flower Beauty blush. Oh my God, hold on. But yeah, I'm not too obsessed with this. Let me finish talking about highlighters, but I'm going to keep on trying that out and let you guys know in my next video, or I'll end up returning it because I don't know if it's worth keeping. I'm not sure how long I have for Target to keep it. Okay, so I just have 3 more single highlighters to talk about, and then we can talk about something else. So the next highlight I want to talk about, I know I've talked about this in a lot of favorites videos the past 2 months, but I've used this the past 3 days mixed with other gold highlighters. So this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Amrezy highlight. And I did tell you guys I'm not like a huge fan of Amrezy, but I do love the Anastasia Beverly Hills formula. And like I told you guys before, I wasn't like super obsessed with this when I first got it. But I've been wearing this on its own and mixed with other highlighters constantly the past like week or two. The past 3 days, this is what I've been mixing with my other gold highlighters. And it just gives this beautiful pop to whatever you put on underneath. I'm wearing the Master Gold by Face Studio Molten Gold highlighter. Obviously, you guys know that's like Maybelline's like #1 highlight because it's amazing. So I'm wearing that mixed with this together today, and that's the highlight I have on. And I loved the Molten Gold by itself. It looked beautiful by it. I don't even know what I said. It's e.l.f. I have no idea. But then I popped this on top, and it just gives this gorgeous gold sheen to your skin. And it adds just this little hint of intensity, and it just looks so beautiful. So I used this with that today. I used it with Whisper of Guilt yesterday, and then the day before I used it with Anastasia So Hollywood. And it looked so gorgeous mixed together. And I saw that combo used on Jeffree Star and James Charles Get Ready With Me. I just wanted to watch it to see what he had to say about all the drama. And they used this combo together, and I was like, you know what, I wanted to use So Hollywood because Jaclyn Hill actually just recently used So Hollywood in her previous video. I feel like she probably used that because of James Charles, because James Charles, the only foundation he uses is a Too Faced Born This Way, and then he did a Get Ready With Me with Jaclyn Hill, like, or they did like a mukbang, like, a couple of weeks ago, and she said that she fell in love with the Too Faced Born This Way foundation because of him, and then she also used the So Hollywood highlight in her video too. So I'm like, I'm kind of thinking that's why that she used it, because that's like the only combo that I'm pretty sure it was So Hollywood that James Charles brought with him. I'm not a really big fan of James Charles really at all, but I do love these highlighters, so I was like, you know what, let me try them together, and they look so gorgeous together. So I did get that hint from him, but, you know, I wanted to use So Hollywood again anyway, and I've just been reaching for this constantly because it just looks so gorgeous on top of whatever you put on. So I love that as well. And then speaking of Whisper of Guilt, I just wanted to give it a little bit of a shout out because I've been loving this month as well. I did just wear it yesterday, and I think I'm loving it more than I used to. It is beautiful on the skin. I wasn't going to swatch the Amrezy because I feel like I've talked about that like every single month. But this one is Whisper of Guilt, and it's just a gorgeous gold highlighter. It's just a standard gold highlighter, so I've been loving that as well this past month. So, and then the last one I wanted to talk about is an oldie but a goodie. I wore this a couple of days ago, and I just fell in love with it again. I just used it in a Chit Chat Get Ready With Me that I'm going to post like right after this. So this is the Ofra highlighter in the shade Glazed Donut, and this is the Nikki Tutorials collab. I could have used it today as well, but of course I wanted to go for a gold look because that's what I always wear. And this is the shade in Glazed Donut, and this is just such a gorgeous, intense highlight, you guys. I cannot believe how pigmented this is. When I put this on my face a couple of days ago, I was like, oh my god, it's just like butter. It swatches so creamy and it's so intense. I feel like Ofra's highlighters are worth every single penny because they are just amazing. And I'm going to be using this so much more soon. Especially like in the winter time, I love this icy white highlighter. I don't use it as much in the summer, but what I was wearing it with, I felt like it looks so pretty with the look that I wore in that video. So if you want to see it in action, this is all I use on my face. And then after the video, I kind of put on a little bit of Anastasia Starlight because I wanted to use the older Anastasia highlighters this past week, and I mixed it with this. Because originally I wasn't going to do that because I was like, oh, this is enough glow for me. But then when I popped it on with it, after I filmed that video, because I was like, oh, this is all I need, and then I mixed them, they look so gorgeous together. So I just wanted to give Nikki a little bit of love because I know there's a lot of stuff going on about her right now, but this is a bomb-ass highlight. So I still love Nikki Tutorial. She's amazing. She's so amazing at makeup. And I think that's everything for highlight. Now let's move on to blush. I actually have a couple of blushes to talk about this month. I know I haven't really talked about that many blushes lately, but I want to talk about some blushes now. So I have 4 drugstore highlighters. Actually, they're all drugstore blushes. So we're going to talk about these, and then I just need to grab the other one that I wanted to talk about. Just give me one sec. Okay, I actually just wanted to mention one more highlighter really quickly, and this is the Burberry Fresh Glow highlighter in the shade Rose Gold. I know this is a very pricey highlighter for some people, but my boyfriend did get this for me as a Christmas present back in December. I've just been whipping it out recently and mixing it with other highlighters. And again, this one looks very pretty on the skin as well. Everybody is texting me right now. What the heck? Sorry. Just like 3 people are texting me right now. It's always when I want to film. Always. Like, one of my friends, like, doesn't really text me that often, and then when she does, she only texts me when I'm filming. So this is just so pretty on the skin. It just adds a little bit of a hint of rose gold. I think I was going to use Precious Petals yesterday or 2 days ago, and then I just ended up popping this on because it literally is like the same effect as using Precious Petals. Because it's kind of like that rose gold type of highlight, because obviously it's called rose gold. And it's just so pretty on the skin. I really like it, but I don't think it's intense enough for me to be worth like $60, but I asked my boyfriend to get this for me. I'm probably going to ask him to get me the Dior one that's like $60 like this December for Christmas, or just for my birthday this year. But that is the rose gold highlight from Burberry. And it's just so pretty mixed together with other highlighters. That's basically all I've been doing with it lately. I've just been whipping it out and using it for that. So that's it. I'm not going to bore you guys with mentioning Lancome's Sparkling Peach or Physicians Formula Champagne, just so you guys know I love both of those. I forgot to grab yet another highlighter. Okay, I'm not getting up again. This is the last highlighter I'm going to be talking about, and this is the Physicians Formula Butter Highlighter in the shade Pearl. And I said that I didn't want to mention champagne, but you guys know if you watched my previous haul video that I did pick up another shade in the Physicians Formula Butter Highlights, and I picked up the shade Pearl. And this one is a gorgeous, like, white kind of pink shade. It is so pretty, you guys. I just feel like mine is a bit old because I feel like it's kind of getting that little bit of that weird, funky coconut smell, and I feel like my champagne one is also getting that type of smell, but that one I've had a lot longer. This one I just picked up recently, like not even a month ago. It's probably been just sitting in the drugstore for too long. So this is the Pearl Highlighter by Physicians Formula. Look how pretty that is. So you guys know I wanted to pick up another shade in it, and it's just so pretty. I picked this up like right after I got the Physicians Formula blush in the shade Vintage Rogue. I thought this was called Vintage Rose. It's called Vintage Rogue. What the heck? What? Have I been reading it wrong this whole time? I'm pretty sure I mentioned it in my last favorites video, but I wanted to just jump into blushes and talk about it now. But yeah, that's a gorgeous highlighter, and it's just so, I don't love it as much as Champagne, but it's still a really good highlight, but I also think it's because it's kind of old, but I'm still using it anyway. But I really wish they would put a better seal. I mean, it was kind of sealed, because it has like a seal on the side, but they don't really like seal it completely, but I feel like they should, because these could probably go bad a lot easier than powder products like these, the butter blushes or the butter bronzer, but these are more of like a cream to powder formula, so they probably should seal these. So just a little bit of advice, not like they watch my videos. So this is the Physicians Formula blush in the shade Vintage Rogue. I actually haven't worn it too much since I picked it up. I wore it a couple of times when I first got it, and then I wore it like one more time after that. But since I was testing out other blushes this month, I haven't really gotten a chance to wear it again, but it's still a gorgeous formula, and like I said, I do like this blush a hell of a lot more than the Plum Rose shade. It's just so pretty. It's such a beautiful peach. Basically, all the blushes I'm going to be sharing with you guys in this video are all peach blushes because I picked up like 4 peach ones. But this has such a super smooth, buttery formula, obviously because it's a butter blush, but this is gorgeous on the skin as well. Okay, then the next blush I wanted to talk about is the Flower Beauty Powder Blush in the shade Peach Primrose. Nikki Tutorials actually just used this, I think, in a video, and this is basically have been the only blushes that she's been using ever since she did like her Chit Chat Get Ready With Me with Drew Barrymore on her channel. So that basically got me to pick up Flower Beauty, was basically seeing Nikki Tutorials use everything. And this is so amazing. This won the Best of Beauty of Allure for blushes, like not even that long, I think this past year, and they are so pigmented, so beautiful on the skin. This was the only blush I brought with me besides NARS's Madly to Massachusetts when I went to Massachusetts last week with my family. Sorry, my bra strap was showing. I am just a mess today. And this was so gorgeous on the skin when I wore it later that night, and it didn't go anywhere, it didn't move. I love this. It's so pigmented, you guys. Such a great blush formula. Then the next one is the L'Oreal Paradise Enchanted Scented Blush in the shade Bashful. And like I told you guys, I picked this one up because of Kathleen Lights as well. She's been using this so much this past month and been using like these L'Oreal blushes so much. So I wanted to pick up this one too. Like I told you guys before, this doesn't really swatch like anything, but when you put it on your face, it's just so subtle and beautiful on the skin. So that one is Bashful. It's a very sheeny type of blush. So if you guys aren't really into that, but I like blushes that you can build up, not like something that's like super pigmented. I mean, the Flower Beauty one is very pigmented, so be careful with that. I'm just wearing a very subtle blush today that I'm about to talk about. It's just an old favorite that I've rediscovered. And this is beautiful though. I've worn it a few times this past month, and it smells like peaches, so it's really pretty on the skin as well. Then the next blush is the Burt's Bees blush in the shade Bare Peach. I think I like this one more than Toasted Cinnamon. Again, Kathleen Lights only wears like these blushes in her videos, so I wanted to pick this up as well because of her. I know, just like usually I trust her advice, and she really does everything that she ends up using I end up falling in love with. So not that we like all of the same things. Like I love the Giorgio Armani Luminous Soap Foundation. She doesn't love that. But that's a great foundation. So this is Bare Peach. So again, another peach blush, but I've been wanting to try this blush for a long time. It's a little bit more orange than the Flower Beauty one, actually. It's a little bit lighter than that. So that's the Bare Peach blush. And this also has a beautiful formula. I kind of want to pop it on my cheeks over this after this video. I don't know. I kind of wanted to wear this today. I probably should have. But then I just decided to go with a neutral blush because I wanted to wear like kind of a softer lip. But this is beautiful on the skin as well. I really like that too. And then the last, well, the second to last lash blush I wanted to talk about is the NYX Ombre blush in the shade Nude to Me. I've been wearing this a couple times this past month, and I've been wanting to like change it up with my more neutral blushes. And this is the only blush that I'm wearing today. And it's just so pretty on the skin. Like, it's an old favorite of mine. And I didn't wear it for a while because I forgot about it. And then I was like, I should wear this again. And now I've been wearing it a couple of times. And it's just so beautiful, you guys. I love these NYX Ombre blushes. I really want to get another one. But again, I don't need any more blushes right now. But it's such a pretty blush. It's just so easy to wear for every day. So I love that too. And then the last blush I wanted to talk about. I'm not like super into this, but I do like the color of it. This is the ColourPop Eva Gutowski Mermaid Glow Duo, and it comes with a blush and a highlight. The highlight sucks. I have not used this highlighter since I got it, and I really don't like it. I think I wore this highlighter in my haul video, and I wore it with this blush. And this blush is good. I've used the blush a couple of times. I actually also wore this blush in another video that I'm going to post about my favorite lid shade palettes. My favorite lid shades in palettes, or my favorite eyeshadow in a palette. I can't wait to post that video, but I was wearing this blush in that video as well. And this is a pretty blush, but I find that this blush duo is very dry. It's not like ColourPop's usual formula, which is kind of weird because I absolutely love their single blushes and their highlighters, but for some reason this one is just not very pigmented. This one is not very pigmented. As you guys can see, It's really not that pigmented, but this blush is nice on the skin. I just find that it applies very dry. So I'm going to keep on trying it out, but I don't really like the highlighter. I've been wanting to use it again, but I'm just like, it wasn't that good. But I'm going to try it again soon. I've just been loving other highlighters, obviously. So that is it for blushes and highlighters. Now let's move on to a couple of eyeshadows. So I just wanted to give a quick shout out to these and my favorite shades lately. So basically the past like week or two, all I've been wearing on my lid is my ColourPop Super Shock shadows. I've just been reaching for these so often lately. You guys know I love these, but I just wanted to mention these really quickly about my favorite shades that I've been wearing recently. So of course, Kathleen Lights is my all-time favorite Super Shock shadow and pretty much my all-time favorite lid shade. I absolutely love it. It's such a gorgeous like bronzy color. It's amazing. I love it. I wore this a couple of days ago and it was beautiful. Then ColourPop's Sequin, which is a gorgeous rose gold shadow. Love that one. Then ColourPop's Couche, which is a gorgeous lid shade. It's just so pigmented. This is one of my favorites. I love it so much. It's such a gorgeous, unique, silvery type of shadow. It's so pretty. So intense. Then we have Get Lucky, which is one of their best gold shades ever. People still talk about this eyeshadow. Kathleen Lights just mentioned it in her Aquarius collection video. Her Zodiac collection video. She was like, this was like one of the first shadows I purchased from ColourPop along with Game Face. And this is just an awesome old favorite. It's such an amazing gold. I've been whipping that out again. Then the shade Moonshine and Thirsty. I purchased all of these, the Couche, Thirsty, and Moonshine all at the same time, and I've just been wearing them recently. I wore Moonshine a couple of days ago and Thirsty Girl like last week, and they're both gorgeous. This Moonshine shade is like brown with gold glitter, and this one is Thirsty Girl. It's a gorgeous like kind of coppery kind of shade. It's so beautiful. So I just wanted to mention those, and then I wanted to mention two eyeshadows from Marshalls that I've been wearing a lot. The first one is a pigment, and this one is the Too Faced Pure Gold Face Ultra Fine Face and Body Glitter infused with real gold. I am obsessed with this, you guys. I've actually worn this 3 times already. Can you believe that? It used to be so hard for me to test out lid shadows, and now I like wear the same like 10 lid shades. But also because I feel like it's a lot easier for me to wear makeup every day. And I just wear eyeshadow like pretty much every day. I just love eyeshadow so much. So I wore this a couple of days ago to work, and I've been wearing it. I've been wearing it to work, but it's such a beautiful gold. Basically, how this looks in the tube is how it looks on your lid, and it's gorgeous. It is such a beautiful yellow gold shade. And the only thing I hate about it is that it does not come out of the sifter no matter how much you shake it. So I shake it into the top and then it comes out that way. But I guess it's good that it doesn't come out that much because you really barely need any of this. And it just coats your whole lid. I use it with the NYX glitter glue and it looks beautiful. It's like your lid is color drenched with gold. It is so pretty. So I've been loving that. And I'm so happy I got that for only $5 from Marshalls. And then the other eyeshadow is the Bobbi Brown Luxe eyeshadow in the shade Metal Rose. And you guys know I picked this up from Marshalls as well for basically like a third of the price. This was $12.99 and these are like $40 eyeshadows. So this one is Metal Rose. I'm not in love with this as much as the pigment. It's pretty, but I would never pay $40 for this. I don't think it's that good. It's not like intense enough for me. I mean, it does look beautiful, but it's just a standard like brown like metal lid shade. It's not really anything like super special, you know? But it's pretty, and I'm glad that I got it for like a third of the price. And then the last eyeshadow I wanted to talk about, and I just wanted to shout out these super quickly because you guys know I love these. I just wanted to mention the Stila Glitter and Glow Liquid Eyeshadow in the shade Kitten Karma. I've worn this a couple of times on my lid, and this is a gorgeous gold shade. I mean, you guys, I'm pretty sure you guys know how beautiful these are. I actually just swooped this across my lid last night with the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette because I did go out to dinner with my boyfriend's parents and my boyfriend, and I just swooped it on. I almost wore this again today, or a different glitter. I wanted to wear Smoldering Satin today, but I was like, nah, it's like too much work. Like, I'm just going to his house. I'm just filming and then going to his house. That's why I wore makeup today, because I'm filming. But this is so gorgeous on the lid. I've been wearing this a lot more often. I've just been rediscovering it. And it really is awesome. It's so beautiful. I love these Stila glitters. They last such a long time, and they're like the best glitters you could use because they're so glittery and they're so metallic. I love these too, but those are more glittery. These are more so something that will not budge the entire day. So I just wanted to mention these two Milk Makeup eye pigments because these are the two I use the most this month. This one is Hotel Lobby. This is the only pigment that I brought with me to Massachusetts, and I wore it both days, and it's just such a champ. It holds up so well. It's such a gorgeous gold shade. I love it. And then After Party I wore a couple of days ago, and this one is probably still my favorite shade because it's such a gorgeous pink, and it looks so pretty and soft on the eyes. I think I wore it with the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette. I was wearing this on my lid in the video that I'm going to post about my favorite eyeshadows and palettes. I was wearing this on my lid with the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette, and it looks so gorgeous together. So this is also so beautiful. I love it. And that's it for eyeshadow. Now let's just move on to foundation. We only have like basically one to talk about, and this has been pretty much one of the only foundations I've been wearing the past 2 weeks, but also I've been changing it up and wearing other foundations, but I was wearing this pretty much the past 3 days that I did pick it up. Like, I wore it the next day, the day after that, just to test it out, and I actually really like it. This is the ColourPop, this is the ColourPop No Filter Foundation in the shade Fair 5, and this is what the packaging looks like. And this is like a pretty full coverage foundation. And I've heard like really mixed reviews about this foundation. This is like the #1 products I wanted to talk about because I know like a lot of people are testing this out and a lot of people have very mixed reviews about it. I almost didn't pick it up because I wasn't sure if I wanted to, but I was like, you know what, I really am intrigued to try it out, so I picked it up and I actually really love it. But it does break up after a few hours. It's not going to last all day on your skin. That's what I've been finding that's the case recently. Now my boyfriend, literally everybody is texting me right now. So it's like always when I want to film a video. So anyway, it's very full coverage on the skin and it feels pretty weightless. I was very surprised about that. I thought it was going to feel super cakey on my skin. And a lot of people were saying that it gets very oily on your skin, regardless if you have dry skin or not. A lot of people have been saying that it's been very oily for them. Especially Tati. I did watch her review of it. I just wanted to see what her thoughts were. I don't like her, but I wanted to know her thoughts. And she said she didn't like it at all. And Kathleen Light said that it kind of like wears off around her mouth area. So I was like, I don't know if I want to try it, but I got it and I really like it on the skin. It's really beautiful. I'm going to keep on testing it out and letting you guys know what I think, but it is very full coverage. It has a beautiful coverage to it. So I definitely was impressed with that. And then the other one I just wanted to mention really quickly is the Flower Beauty Light Illusion Luminous Makeup in the shade, I'm not going to read the whole name, in the shade, what is this shade? What is the shade? What's the shade? This is, what the heck is the shade name? I think this is the lightest shade that she has. The one complaint I have about this foundation, well, two complaints. One, I don't know why she doesn't expand the shade range. There's only 12 shades. So, hello, it's Drew Barrymore. Like, she should be able to create a few more shades. I'm not saying, like, it's easy for every single makeup company to create a million shades because it's actually pretty hard to, especially if you're a small company, but Flower Beauty's kind of big. So, I think that she should expand her shade range and release at least, like, 10 more shades. Like, come on. Like, there should be at least 20 shades to choose from. I feel like any less than 20 shades for foundation now is kind of ridiculous. It's insane that there's only 12 shades for this. So, also, I feel like this is so gorgeous on your skin for a couple of hours. I think I mentioned this last month when I I think I mentioned it in my last favorites video. It's gorgeous on your skin when you first put it on, and when I did do my Flower Beauty Chit Chat Get Ready With Me, it was the first time I was trying this foundation, and it looked flawless. It was so beautiful. I loved it on my skin, but it doesn't last all day. It really breaks up at the end of the day. But it looks beautiful for a few hours, so I can wear it to work for a couple of hours, but after that I feel like it kind of breaks up, but it is beautiful. So I also have been really liking that as well. Okay, I just wanted to mention a couple of primers. I don't think there's anything back here I wanted to mention. The number one primer I've been wearing the most since I picked up these primers in my previous haul before my makeup haul. It was like a random like body care and stuff haul, and I picked up a bunch of primers. This has been the number one primer I've been wearing this month, and that's the Maybelline Master Prime by Face Studio Blur and Smooth in the shade 100. I just love how this feels on my skin. I have no idea if this actually prolongs the wear of my makeup. I just love it on my skin. It's just so hydrating and so moisturizing on my skin. I've been using this so much. I love it. And then the next one is the CoverGirl True Blend Face Primer for Dry Skin. And I really like this as well because, again, it kind of has a similar consistency to the Maybelline. It's that moisturizing type of primer, and it kind of smells like almonds. So this is also really nice on the skin as well. Then the next one that I'm actually wearing today is the LA Girl Pro Prep HD High Definition Smoothing Face Primer. I like this one because it's silicone-based primer, and it smooths it. I feel like every time I wear this one, my foundation looks so beautiful on the skin. I did wear the NARS foundation yesterday, and today I'm wearing the Lancome. The Lancome is still my absolute favorite. The NARS looks so gorgeous on your skin when you first put it on, and then it kind of breaks up at the end of the day. The Lancome just lasts forever. I love it. I got my sister to buy this foundation earlier this past week because she did come home on Sunday night, and she spent till Wednesday morning here, and we went and got her stage makeup with my mom, and my mom got her the Lancome, and she said that she absolutely loved it. I was like, I know, right? It's amazing. So I'm so glad that she loved it because I'm obsessed with it, and I'm wearing this underneath it, and it applied it beautifully. So I've been loving that as well. And then the last primer, I think I already mentioned this one in my last favorites videos, the L'Oreal Magic Lumi Light Infused Primer. This is so gorgeous for the summertime. It adds such a beautiful luminosity to your skin. I love this stuff, and it's just so smoothing and so illuminating, so I love this too. So now I just wanted to talk about one powder and one concealer, and then we're just going to move on to mascaras and a couple lip products. So the one concealer I pretty much have been using all month is the ColourPop No Filter Concealer in the shade Fair 2 and Fair 8. These are the two new shades that I got. I find that these are a little bit drier than the original one that I have, but I still love them. They're so full coverage, and they're just easy to wear. Like, I feel like they're just so much easier to blend out than other full coverage foundations. They don't take, like, so much time. So I've been loving these. These are basically been my go-tos this past month. And then my go-to setting powder has been the ColourPop No Filter Setting Powder. And this is in the shade Translucent. I did get this because of Kathleen Lights. I haven't been absolutely loving this all over my face. I mean, this is the combo that I've been doing when I wear this. I've been using it with the ColourPop No Filter foundation, but I don't love it with that. I'm not a huge fan of loose powders on my face because I feel like my face is so dry. I don't love loose powders on my face. So mostly the only powder I've been using lately is the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Powder because once I start using that again, I can't stop. And then I've been using this underneath my eyes and to set my eye makeup, and I love how it looks for that. I really like it underneath the eyes because it's translucent, but it doesn't brighten too much. It's just very neutral, that it kind of just matches everything on your face. I've been liking more of a less brighter eye, under eye area, and just putting this over it because it sets it, but it also makes it look really smooth. So I have been loving this underneath the eyes. Also because I ran out of my e.l.f. powder and I can't find it again, but I probably will get it eventually. But this does the job as well, and I won't run out of this for a long time, but I can also use this to set my face as well, and it looks beautiful. It looks pretty on the face, but Okay, my brother had to interrupt me. So now we're just going to talk about a couple of mascaras. This has been my #1 go-to mascara this month. This is the Clinique Lash Power Mascara Long Wearing Formula. And I did tell you guys when I first got this, I wasn't really like obsessed with it, and now I love it. I wear it almost every single day because it's so easy to wear on the top and bottom lashes, and it adds so much length. So I've been loving this. It's just so easy because it has such a small wand. So it's so easy to use on the top and the bottom for every day. So this has basically been my go-to. This is one of the only mascaras I brought with me to Massachusetts, and it's the only one I wore. It's been like my #1 mascara lately. It's just so easy because it has that small little wand, kind of like the MAC Extended Play Giga Black Lash. So I've been just loving this lately. And then the other two are both by CoverGirl. The first one is the Katy Perry CoverGirl Kitty Cat Eye Mascara. Oh, I thought somebody was here. Sorry. This is the Katy Cat Eye, and this gives beautiful volume to your lashes. I've been loving this. I actually put this on yesterday over my Clinique one, and this is probably one of the only mascaras that doesn't really dry out. Because I wanted to reapply it because I put on the Stila glitter over my Too Faced lid shade that I was wearing because I was wearing the Chocolate Bar palette, and then I put this over the Clinique mascara because I was already wearing this to work, and it looked so good. So definitely love that. And then the other one that I've been loving for volume is the CoverGirl Plumpify Blast Pro Mascara. This has a really big wand, but I've been really liking this as well. I really like this on the lashes. So it has a huge wand, but it really does the job of really looking beautiful on the lashes. So I love this. So that's pretty much everything. And now we're just going to jump into a couple of lip products. We only have a few. So I just wanted to mention a couple of lipsticks. I wanted to mention the one I'm wearing on my lips right now first. And this is the CoverGirl 235 Champagne Lipstick. And this is what the tube looks like. This is just such a pretty lipstick, you guys. I really like this on the lips. It's just so easy to wear, and it adds like a beautiful like glossiness to your lips, and it's just so pretty. It's such a gorgeous nude. I love this. I love the CoverGirl lipstick formula. They're just really, really good. I've been loving a lot of CoverGirl products lately, but this lipstick is really beautiful on the lips. Ever since I got the Katy Cat Matte Sphinx lipstick, I've always been wanting to try another one of their lipsticks. And then of course they just launched a whole bunch of new shades, and these were on sale, but I'd rather get them on sale. And this is just so pretty, you guys. I've worn it like 3 times. This is like the 3rd time I'm wearing it today, and it's just so pretty. It's just so easy to wear. So I love that, and it's just so hydrating. And then the other lipstick that I've been obsessed with this past month is the Flower Beauty 020 Naked Blush Matte Lipstick. I've worn this 3 times already as well, and I got that CoverGirl one before this one, and I've worn this one more. This is just such a gorgeous lipstick, you guys. I love it, and it's just so pretty on the lips, and I love this formula. Look how pretty that is. It's such a gorgeous pink shade. Which one is it? This one. Oh my god, it's this one right here. Look how pretty that is. I wear it so much. I've worn it so much to work. And it's just such a gorgeous lipstick. I love it. I love this formula. She did a bomb-ass job on her lipsticks because they are amazing. So I love that. Then the most recent lipstick I picked up is the MAC matte lipstick in the shade Naturally Transformed. I'm not absolutely obsessed with this shade for me because I'm very fair, but I love it with lip gloss, and I've been wearing it a lot with a gloss. But I also really like it at night because it's kind of like a really pretty like mustardy kind of nude. I'm not obsessed with it by itself, but with a gloss it looks really pretty. And I'm about to mention the gloss that I've been wearing it a lot with, that I'm actually wearing with the CoverGirl one today, that I've been wearing so much more lately besides Moonchild. But I didn't want to mention Moonchild again. I just want to mention this gloss. This is just so pretty. But I'm not obsessed with the shade, but I love it with a gloss. So then the gloss I wanted to mention is the ColourPop, what are these called? Ultra Glossy Lips in the shade Fairy Floss. This is pretty much their #1 seller, Everyone talks about this gloss, but it's such a perfect, as I was about to say perk pick, perfect nude shade, and that's the Fairy Floss gloss by ColourPop, and I'm wearing it over the CoverGirl gloss today, and it's just so pretty. The CoverGirl lipstick, I mean, it's just so glossy and makes your lips like so wet and beautiful. I love it. And then like only 2 liquid lipsticks. The first one I wanted to mention is the NARS Power Matte Lip Pigment in the shade American Woman. I think I wore this twice this past month. I wore this liquid lipstick in Massachusetts, and this was like pretty much the only one I brought with me. And then I also wore it, I think, out to dinner like a couple of weeks before that with his parents. I wore, what was the lipstick I wore last night? I wore a red lip last night. I wore a Max Ruby Woo, which I'm probably going to give it a quick little shout out. I just want to grab it. Where is it? Never find anything, I swear to God. It's just still in my purse. Yeah, Max Ruby Woo. But this was gorgeous on the lips, and it's just so comfortable. It's one of my favorite formulas. I kind of want another shade of it, but they're so expensive, but I love that formula. It's so amazing. They're so comfortable on the lips, and they're just so easy to apply because they apply so pigmented and so beautiful. And then I wanted to give a quick little shout out to Max Ruby Woo because I wore this yesterday, and it's just the perfect red lip. It is just the most perfect red lipstick. I'm going to say that 50 million times. It's just so freaking gorgeous. It is pretty dry on the lips, but if you just dab it on and you kind of just like move it around a little bit, it just applies beautifully. It literally just looks like velvet on your lips. It's so beautiful. So I'm keeping this in my purse because I might switch to a red lip later. But it's just so beautiful. It's just the perfect red lipstick. I wore it last night and looked gorgeous. And then a quick little shout out to Anastasia Beverly Hills Catnip Liquid Lipstick. I wore this past week, and it's such a gorgeous pink on your lips. I love it. And I want to wear more of the Anastasia lipsticks this month because her shades are so bomb. So that one is Catnip, and it's such a gorgeous like pinky mauve. I love it. And then 2 lip liners real quick. The first one I've been wearing so much this past month is the Essence Soft Contouring Lip Liner in the shade Lost in Love. This is just so beautiful. I'm wearing it today with the CoverGirl lipstick. I wanted to wear my CoverGirl nude liner, but I can't find it right now. But that is also another favorite of mine this past month. It's just a liner though. It's like a nude liner. But this has been my #1 this past month. It's such a gorgeous like soft pink lip liner. And then the other one, speaking of CoverGirl, is the CoverGirl Lip Perfection lip liner in the shade, I believe this one's called Splendid. The nude shade is called Seduction. But I like this one more because it's more pigmented. The Seduction one isn't really that pigmented. And this is a really gorgeous pink, and I've been wearing this with all of my pink lipsticks. And then the one eyeshadow primer I just wanted to mention real quick is the Milani eyeshadow primer. It's the only eyeshadow primer I've been using this past month ever since I picked it up, and it's really, really good. I really like it. It's really nice and creamy, and that is it. That is it, you guys. That was my, I'm pretty sure that is all the products I wanted to talk about this month. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please let me know what your favorites were this past month. I feel like I just don't get any comments anymore, so I'd really love to know what you guys think. I love you guys. Please like and subscribe. Follow me on my social media. Bye, guys, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and please let me know what your favorites were, and let me know if you want any more thoughts or in-depth comments on any of these products. Let me know. Bye, guys. I have to go to my boyfriend's house now, so bye. Super quickly before I go, I forgot to mention one more product. I just picked this up again yesterday, and I forgot how good this is. This is the Milani Make It Last Setting Spray, and it just smells so good, and it feels so good on your skin. This is my second bottle of it because I just ran out of my NYX Dewy Skin Mist yesterday, and I keep on like hating to repurchase that because it doesn't last a long time. It lasts like a month. And the reason why I go through setting spray so fast is because I always use it to wet my highlights. So I want to see if I end up liking this one more again, because then I'm just going to be purchasing this one from now on. I like the NYX Dewy Skin Mist, but this keeps on your makeup a little bit longer, and it just feels so good. I want to spray it again. And it smells amazing. It smells like watermelon. It smells like candy. I love it. I forgot how obsessed I was with this smell. It smells so good. I want it on my face like all the time. So yeah, that's it. Bye.